How's it going, everybody? Francesco Bologna here, back with the official review. Today we're going to be taking a look at a synth that is very near and dear to my musical soul, and that is the UVI Saturn. Now, why am I doing this review? Well, first of all, a little bit of backstory. When I went music keyboard searching, searching for the Motif, the Phantom, the Chronos, and all those synths, during that time, I was looking at the Jupiter series, and by the time I was searching for those keyboards, the Jupiter 80 and the Jupiter 50 came out. And those were really good synths. I mean, I did play them. They had really massive sounds. The only thing is, I wanted to have my own synth because obviously the Jupiter series, they are high-end keyboards. You cannot buy them unless you have the budget for it. So, unfortunately, I was left out, and it sucks because nowadays the price of used Jupiters, they're still the same amount, like 4,000, 3,000. They're still too expensive as far as synthesizers are concerned. And mind you, it's a performance synth. It's not a workstation like the Motif or the Phantom or any of those things. But still, these are very powerful synths. And for the past couple of months, I've been dreaming I want to build my own hardware analog synth, like a real analog synth with everything that you can imagine, kind of like Dave Smith or Tom Oberheim or any of those things. The problem was I wasn't an engineer. I am not an engineer. I am not a programmer. I am not a soldering artist. I cannot make a physical analog synth because of the fact that I have no experience with doing any of this stuff. So I tried to turn into software such as this program called Synth Edit. I wanted to make my very own synth, but then, surprisingly, UVI beat me to it. So when I saw UVI, I was like, wait, did they seriously make the synth that I've always wanted to make? Sure enough, they did. What you're about to see, ladies and gentlemen, is a amazing synthesizer. And let me be honest with you, this is my dream synth come true. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Saturn series. So as you can see, we got 3 iterations of Saturn. We got Saturn 4, Saturn 6, and Saturn 8. And all of these are basically the synths that I've always wanted to make. The only biggest difference is I wanted to make a Saturn that has all the sounds crammed up into one. This guy, what it does is it basically divides the 3 synthesizers based on the 3 original Jupiters, that being Jupiter 4, Jupiter 6, and Jupiter 8. What I want to do is I want to play through all 3 of the Saturns and see what happens. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen my last beat making video, which was by far the most stressful thing I've ever done. I played with the Saturn 6. So let's take a look at Saturn 6, because let's be honest with you, Saturn 6 was very close to Saturn 5, which was the synth I wanted to make, the VST itself. But because this guy came along and basically beat me to it, let's play it. What do we have to lose? So let's go for the poly synth. Let's play the very first sound that I ever played with this guy. We're going to pick the Ultra Saw. And there we have it. So basically this is the interface. So we have 2 oscillators. We got square pulse and we got saw eighth. We can actually pick. We got all kinds of waveforms. Plus we got some bonus ones, which is cool. So we got doubles, so basically dual oscillators, which is really nice. We can actually edit the oscillators. We can even turn on unison, which is pretty cool. We got amplitude envelope. We got some filter envelope, and we can balance. So that's pretty neat. And then if we go to editor section, we can go to vibrato, tremolo, and filter. We can actually edit the oscillators. So we can actually pick one oscillator, second oscillator, or we can pick both. So this is actually similar to the Roland Gaia, the SH01, where you have 3 synthesizers to choose from, and you can edit each separate synth, or you can edit all of them together. And this is nice. The voicing, we can go polyphonic or monophonic, which is pretty cool. I prefer polyphonic because I like to play chords and everything. And plus you got your portamento time and depth. You can go stereo. You can use your pitch, so we can change octaves with your semitones. I'm going to be honest with you, not a lot of synths that I've played have the semitones, so that's a nice touch. Step modulator, that's definitely something to consider, especially since this is a performance synth. So then we have your LFOs, we got speed, we got re-triggers, we got legato, we got pitch, we got volume faders for each. And then if we go to our effects, we got equalizer, like EQ, chorus, ensemble, drive, phaser, delay, spark reverb. You know what's funny? Actually, I like the fact, it's very hilarious that they actually purposefully misspell these words. Like chorus is supposed to be chorus, and phaser is supposed to be phaser, but with an ER instead of an OR. I find it really hilarious, actually. I'm not going to lie. And then if we go to the arpeggio, we actually have arpeggio for 2 oscillators, so that's really nice. We can change the steps, the speed, the octave, and the gate. And again, nice to see gate because right now it's only 3 synths that I have that actually have the gate effect. So that's really nice. And of course you got your standard volume. But enough blabbering, let's hear what this thing sounds like. I have to admit, this is beefy, very massive, and this is my synth control. That is definitely a monster among synths. And of course, we got very, very deep editor. We can do some band shelves. We can do ensembles. We got the chorus. We got the phaser. Dual delay. We got spark verb. I'm guessing that's a reverb. We got maximizer. And we got another band shelf as well. So, and this is for a preset. And then we can do parts if we have like multis. And we can even switch on the arpeggio. And this is our basic arpeggio for basically the entire workstation. But let's go back to the editor. So let's change to a different sound. I don't want to play everything, but let's pick. Let's actually do 1 sound per category, at least so we can see what power lies on this thing. So let's pick a brass poly stereo. Oh my fucking god. I think I just found... You know what? I think I just found the holy grail of Jupiter keyboards, because this sounds like a fucking beast. It really does. Let's go to arpeggio. Let's hear what the arps sound like. I'm curious about the arpeggios. I really am. Not bad. I mean, I would adjust the arpeggio myself if I want to make some adjustments to it. Let's pick a different sound. Let's pick some steps here. Um, let's pick Lunar Wind. That definitely sounds really nice. It really does. And let's pick a new sound here. I want to hear what the basses sound like. Ooh, we got a monster bass here. Now this should be interesting. I could definitely use this for dance music, that's for sure. The only thing is, I would probably change oscillator 2, at least to have a bit more bottom end to it, because I love me some huge synths. Let's go for some bells now. I'm a big sucker for bells. You know me with the D50 and the Fantasia. Windy Christmas. What is that? So that sounds interesting. You got these wind patterns, like these wind textures going through as you play the bells. I'm not gonna lie, if I can edit that, that would be really nice to play as an actual synth, like a real synth sound. Um, let's go for Unison Mood. I'm a big fan of Unison. Let's see what it sounds like. Put some reverb on that. I would definitely use this in EDM. Um, let's check out. Let's check out some. Ooh, we got a drone here. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's see now. Let's pick some. Ooh, we got a toy keyboard. Wonder what that sounds like. You know what? Actually, you know what's funny about this specific toy keyboard sound? What's actually funny is that before I had all those keyboards there, like the Casio LK270, my very first keyboard was actually a Kawasaki toy keyboard. And that sound was actually on there. So I am so happy that UVI actually took their time to actually sample that Kawasaki synthesizer, because this is the exact same sound. Of course, it sounded crappier back then, but the UVI with the DSP, it makes it sound even much better. So honestly, I feel like a kid in a fucking candy store because I just went back in time to my childhood just because of this specific sound. And the fact that the Saturn has this, oh my god, this is a fucking synth. This is my fucking synth. And as I've said before, I want to endorse this because this is definitely my synth come true. It really is. UV, if you are watching this, this is my synth come true. Hands down. Let's go for a wave performer. Let's see what it sounds like. It definitely sounds more synthy than it does organy, but then again, it is a synth, so don't expect it to sound like the acoustic sounds as they did before. Because I mean, Gareth Bowen from Roland did say himself that back in the day, the acoustic sounds didn't sound anything like they were supposed to, so all the Jupiter synths, like the Jupiter 4, the 6, and the 8, they were all famous for their synth sounds, and nobody bothered using the acoustic sounds. Let's look at this. This is Cloud Server. This is a pad. I'm a huge sucker for pads. That definitely sounded beautiful. I mean, I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. I think UV have really outdone themselves with this synth. And like I said, we're just looking at Jupiter. We're just looking at the Saturn 6. Let's play 3 more sounds and then we'll jump to the 4. The 4 I've never played before. Not bad for a mute synth. I mean, maybe tweak it a bit. Maybe it might sound like a guitar. I really don't know, to be honest. I don't think we can look at the polysynth because that was the first sound I've ever played. So we're just going to skip straight to Thor strings. What is that? It looks like a chorus or something. Oh my god. I think I struck gold with this sound. The Thor strings. I mean, honestly, I was expecting it to be an actual orchestra string. But the fact that it has a chorus and the fact that it has a sweep. Wow. Honestly, I've spent 10 years trying to get into the music production stuff. And this is the very first time I've ever heard a synth play this kind of sound. There is no other sound that I'm aware of in my collection of VSTs that can actually make this sound other than the Saturn 6. Wow. I am super shocked. Let's jump ahead. Let's move on to Saturn 4. I've never played the Saturn 4, but basically it's supposed to emulate a Jupiter 4. And once again, we're going to play just one sound in each of these. And then we can see if we can actually try to make our own sound. I'm actually not going to save it or anything, but let's check anyway. Let's pick a voice. Like I said, this is the very first time I've ever played a Saturn 4. The UI looks much different, but it has almost the same stuff. The actual difference here is that we actually have the presets here. So we got bass, string, and we got 8 banks. No, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 banks of 8, which is really nice, real touch. And actually what's funny here is that we have 2 oscillators, but they're all, oscillator 1 is the dominant oscillator. Oscillator 2 is the minor. If we go to edit, we got the same vibrato, tremolo filter, but this time it's all attached to the mod wheel, so we could do lots of modulation. And of course we got the step modulator with the LFO. We go to effects, we got the same stuff, ensembles, delays, spark verb, which is the reverb, and we got the same arpeggio. So let's just play some sounds here. Definitely sounds like a voice. It really does. Let's play pads and arpeggi. Not bad. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If we can add a kick drum and some side chain, that would be nice. Now, the only thing is I would have to find a good side chain plugin, because right now I don't have any good side chain plugins. In fact, none of my plugins can do side chain. But that would be really nice to have, like a side chain plugin for EDM. That would make my workflow completely ideal. I was just playing a tune from one of my old songs, Fun Love, where basically I used Nexus to trigger those exact chords. And it almost sounds similar. I mean, it really almost sounds similar to the sound that I used on the Nexus. Let's see, Saturna SID. This is a bass. Now that's fat. That is very fat. Okay, so it definitely sounds pretty west side, if you know what I mean. Let's play some pads here. Let's try a sweep. High sweep ensemble. Synth here. Okay, so it sounds like a polysynth arpeggio. I mean, it does sound like it, especially if you hold the keys long. All right. Let's move on to the third and final of the Saturn series. Let's look at the Jupiter 8 or the Saturn 8. Now, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm hyped with this one. I am very hyped. So let's play along. Let's hear what we have. Let's play a bell pluck stereo. And before we do that, let's look at the interface. So we actually have the feel of the Jupiter. We got 2 oscillators. We got unison, and we can actually have the amplitude again with the filter. We go to edit here. We got another mod wheel. Basically, we have almost the same stuff. The only difference is here we got much more effects to choose from. But other than that, it's all pretty much almost the same UI. So let's hear what it sounds like. Definitely sounds like a Jupiter. Alright. Dual Spectre. I've never heard of a dual oscillator synth sound on this before, so let's hear what it sounds like. Not bad. Let's try Happy Meal animated step. Interesting. Let's go for Crush JP8. I don't know if you can actually hear, but I can hear there's actually a synth sound that actually plays when you're moving the mod wheel. Sounds like a... And it's very faint, so you can actually... Like I said, you're gonna have to play it yourself if you can't hear it, so... But the mod wheel definitely has something cool in this one. Let's play Bell. Let's go for... How about Iceland? Jason Derulo. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. I love that sound, The Sky's the Limit by Jason Derulo. Oh my god. I love that song. Let's try King's Entrance Brass. Now that's fat. That's fat. Now that was a fat sound, to be honest with you. Let's try a dual shock chords. What is that? Now that's huge. That's a huge, huge, huge sound. Let's try almost pad. Okay, that sounds very eerie in my ears, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie, this thing has a lot of bottom end to it, and I'm not even counting a Jupiter 8. This thing definitely does have a lot of bottom end. And like I said, I've never even played a real Jupiter 8. I've played like the Arturias, I've played the Rolling Cloud, but this thing takes the cake. This thing really takes the cake. Let's play a little resonance. What is that? Okay, so it definitely sounds very synthy as opposed to guitar. But then again, I mean, again, these are all based off synths. These are not real acoustic instruments. This is all synth based. Let's go for stubbles. What is that? Stubbles. So you got a bubble arpeggio on one side, you got this powerful polysynth. I think you're getting a lot of beef in this one, that's for sure. And the good news is that there is no dropout, so that's pretty nice. Although there was a bit of clipping here and there. Let's go for one more. Let's go for unperfect. What is that? Oh my god. So ladies and gentlemen, I've just played through many of the Saturn trilogy, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys again. I'm gonna be seriously honest with you. I think I've struck gold. I think I've struck gold with this synthesizer. And I'm not gonna lie, UVI, they definitely made my wish come true. They definitely made a powerful Saturn synthesizer. And the fact that they gave me 3 instead of 1, that is really impressive. And if you're looking for a very powerful Jupiter emulation, that sounds very beefy, that sounds very bottom end, that sounds very uplifting, the Saturn series is definitely worth checking out. But with that out of the way, let's just do one more thing. Let's actually take a look at how to make a preset sound. So let's go for a real unison. I like my unison, so let's see what we can do here. Alright, so first things first, I'm gonna pick some pad and strings. So let's go for glass rev. Okay, now I want to pick, let's see, what do we have as saws? No, it sounded better with no, let's pick a double saw. I think I just found my sound. The Solana log and a double saw 32. Let's see if we can adjust some stuff a bit here. I don't think I'm going to touch the modulator, but let's see. What else can we add? What about a phaser here? I think I found my sound. Now let's see, how do we save this thing? It really doesn't make sense. I mean, it really does not make sense. I made this patch. I want to save it. And now I don't even have an option to save that. UVI, we need to have a conversation. I really want to save this as a patch for my synth, because this is an awesome sound and I don't want to lose it. So actually what I am going to do is I'm going to print screen. And what I'm going to do is, this is something that's very smart that I've been doing for the past couple of years. I'm just going to print screen everything, and then I'm going to put everything in one, so that if I have to make this patch from scratch, at least I can remember exactly what it was, what I did. Oh yeah, here we go. This was the last one. It was the effects. And there we have it. So this is my cheat sheet on how to make the actual preset if I ever have to make it again from scratch. So that sucks. I cannot save any presets for some stupid reason. And like I said, I actually want to save this preset because it sounds beautiful. But the fact that you're not letting me, UVI, is a real shame. So yeah, that really sucks. And I can't even save it. Like, I can't even rename it or anything. So it would be nice to actually save this as a patch. I mean, I'm still not gonna let this go until they comply otherwise, but oh well. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for joining me in this review. It was very interesting. I mean, I love this synth. It really is nice. Would be even better if we actually have the save function. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.